Alright. Yo, what's up guys? Terrell, game vlogs, and while surfing the internet at like 2 o'clock in the morning, well actually it's been like an hour since I actually was surfing it, I ran across something that I hadn't seen in a very long time, and it reminded me of some stuff. It made me go, you know what I should do? For you Ecchi fans, you guys who like those animes that have the fan service, maybe for your masturbation reasons, maybe just because you like watching stupid, chilled out shows. I mean, it doesn't really fucking matter which. I ain't got a problem with that. I got fucking Ecchis all around this fucking room. It doesn't really matter, whatever your reason was. I figured I would share with you my first Ecchi experience. Now, I keep saying my first harem was my Habaraho, and for all intents and purposes it was, but it wasn't my first Ecchi watching. I had actually seen a few other shows before that, but I kind of forgot about them, kinda. I say kinda because it's like, I used to, if I run across, like if I go on a forum or something, I run across a picture of the character, I'm just like, yeah, I remember her, but afterwards I didn't really focus too much time on them. But I just found one of them that I hadn't seen in a while, and I was like, yeah, this needs to be talked about because I'm not going to bullshit you. I think I watched these shows when I was somewhere between the ages of like 11 and 13, when I was still going through that puberty stage and learning about girls and the whole puberty. I don't need to go through all that. And I was on that Bushido shit. I was on that fucking thirsty shit. No bullshit with these shows. And when I look back at it now, I realize some of the shit that happened in these shows are fucking ridiculous. Even by today's standards, it's still kind of fucked up. I mean, granted, there's a lot worse out there now. I'm just saying, back then, mind fucked me. Alright, so here we go. The 3 shows I remember, my first 3 Ecchis was Jungle Deiatoku. And if you know these series are, you know, kudos, we shared the same old school Ecchi fan service bullshit. Jungle Deiatoku, Usagi-chan de Cue, and Mouse. If you know any of these shows, but those were the 3 that kind of fucked. Because it was back when I was still, we had just got like competent internet. It was like Netgear or some shit. It was still slow, but it wasn't like AOL bullshit kind of slow. And I found it by just looking up anime. But it was back when, you know, the internet still wasn't that popular, so it wasn't like the database was huge or any fucking thing. And I found it on a forum, and I found this site, and I found like all 3 shows. Well, actually, no, it's bullshit. I found them in like all 3 sporadic intervals. The one I remember, and it's funny because out of those 3 shows, only one of them is actually 12 episodes. The other 2 are like 3 episodes each. The one I know the most about is Jungle Deiatoku, because that's the one I actually like watched. And let me just date the hell out of you guys by saying this. These shows were actually, I think, probably the first 3 animes. Well, no, the first 2. 2? Yeah, the first 2 animes I bought, because like Usagi-chan never got an English release. Like, even now, it's still just Japanese only. Jungle Deiatoku and Mouse actually do have dubs, which is really fucking daunting considering how long. It's been over a decade since I was initially introduced to those fucking shows. About a decade, yeah, a decade or like 9 years, somewhere around there. But yeah, Jungle Deiatoku and Mouse had dubs. And I will go through the premise and show and tell you why I was on my bullshit. So we had this anime store, and it was VHS. So that's straight off the bat tell you how long it's been. It was fucking VHS. There was this anime store that was selling like old school animes. There was a lot of Dragon Ball Z. Like half the fucking store was Dragon Ball Z shit that I couldn't afford. But I actually did buy Jungle Deiatoku and Mouse on like VHS, and then I kind of like got rid of them because I was back room when you're like 12, 13, you're still on that whole paranoid shit. Like, you don't want to fucking, especially because both of those were Ecchis. And considering the material on some of these DVDs, you do not want your parents find that shit. And I was so fucking paranoid. It was fucking ridiculous. You know, I wouldn't say this is embarrassing, but considering some of the stuff I've already watched, none of this shit really compares. But it was so fucking ridiculous. And I'll go through the purposes. Jungle Deiatoku is it's only 3 episodes. It's that whole tomboy female character. Father was fucking with some mystic shit, came back with some artifact. She wore it, has magical properties, and happens to have a spirit of a very powerful spirit in there. I think the chick's name is May, the spirit is. I don't know the girl's name. I think it's like Kasumi or some shit. I don't remember off the top of my head. And these natural disasters started happening. So like the shaman comes out to tell her that she has to turn into May to use her powers to stop the shit going on. And the shaman, you know how like it's like a stereotypical black shaman. You know how they have like the bones and shit sticking out of their body? Well, he has that, and he also has like this bone on his dick, and it's like it's a euphemism and shit. It's that fucking bone thong shit is ridiculous. But that's not the trippy part about this show. She turns into May. May was the chick I had originally saw. I didn't even know anything about the anime. Like, what attracted me to the show was May. Like, not Kasumi, but May. Kasumi was around my age, I believe, when I was watching this. But I didn't realize the dances she has to do to switch to May. Holy shit. That shit is the most erotic dancing I had ever seen then. It mind fucked me so bad. What makes it worse is that there's a friend character that shows up in, I think, episode 2, because there's only 3 episodes. So episode 2, she's like that shy Hinata type chick, and she gets possessed by like another spirit. It's like the water spirit. Her shit was absolutely like even today, I'm just like, god damn. I'm gonna just explain the scene, and that's all I'm gonna do. So she's possessed by spirit, so she's not really shy anymore. She's on this like slutty shit, but remember, she's still like 10 or 11, walking into a classroom of 10 and 11-year-olds on some slutty hooker looking type shit. She still looks the same, just, you know, mindset now fucked up with the possession. So she goes with the Kasumi, and I think this chick's name is Naomi, and she's just like really touching on her and shit. It's pretty much like Yuri with like 11-year-old, 12-year-old girls. And it's so fucking ridiculous to the point where when they show a scene of the class's reaction of her getting really touchy-feely with her, and the class is terrified. I haven't even watched it. I haven't watched it since then. I remember that shit so clearly. The class was fucking terrible. Like the guys were tripping out and the girls were just fucking terrified. It was like, oh my god. Like none of them knew about sex and any of that shit. They were just like, oh. Oh god. And then the dance she has to do to turn to the water spirit. Oh my god. You think the main character's dance is bad? Her dance is literally like humping the air for like 3 to 5 minutes, building to some weird ass orgasm for like an 11-year-old, and it makes it funny as hell because the spirit that's possessing her is a water spirit. So like when she finally transforms, water comes everywhere. That shit is so fucked up. That shit is so fucked up. Oh my god, Deiatoku is fucking ridiculous. Oh god, that was my bullshit phase. And then the second show, Mouse to me is, think of Lupin the Third meets Sekirei, but like R-rated Sekirei. The reason why I say it's Lupin the Third is because it does that whole thing that the main character is like this thief that lives like a double life. He's like a teacher by day, and he's like a fucking famous thief from this thief family at night, but he's like that thief with a code of honor. They even got the stereotypical policeman that's always like, I'm gonna catch you, Mouse, and he never catches him and shit. But the difference is that he has like this harem, and like as you watch the anime, because this is the 12 episode one, they actually go through the backstory of each of the girls. Holy shit, this isn't that Sekirei, you know, I'm gonna be this dumb shonen-ish kind of man. No, he pimps the fuck out of all of them. And if you know what type of chicks I like, or even like the type of anime girls I usually seem to gravitate towards, you probably know which of the females is what initially attracted me to the show. She he turned it. It's like watching pimping in anime form. That's the best way to describe it. The shit was ridiculous. I don't really remember all the girls' backstories, but I remember the one that you probably know what I'm referring. The one that I probably was gravitating towards too. I remember her backstory because it was probably the most ridiculous. She's like this. I don't even want to explain it to you. And yeah, he does actually have sex with the girls in the series. I mean, it's not like hentai sex. It's just like off-screen implied sex, but it's like actually implied, not that fucking hugging and shit. No, I mean like he goes in, like he literally he goes in. They don't show nothing, but and just oh god, and it kills me because there's a dub for this, so it's so oh god. That one was oh god, that killed me. And then this last one, which is the one I found the night that I hadn't seen in so long. This doesn't have a dub, it's the Usagi-chan one. This one is like that stereotypical, you have the main character chick, like you have the main character who's a guy and she has a childhood friend who has a crush on him, and then you have this other girl who's like this, like the bully, but she's like the kind-hearted female bully. She saves a rabbit, the rabbit and her spirits fuse, they kind of switch back and forth into some type of bullshit limbo. There's a whole bunch of stereotypical plot about an organization that actually created this thing, and it works for certain people who have had trouble past and how they can connect with animals through like emotional ties. I don't really remember the plot line too much because it's only like 2 episodes. It's that, and then she's obviously going between how like she actually likes the main character, but she doesn't like the main character. But the rabbit side kind of helps bring out her real emotions towards the main character. And it's that stereotypical harem shit. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing that be extended to 12 episodes because even though it's cliche as fuck, I feel like I probably would have had fun with that one. 2 episodes just seems disappointing for that kind of cliched shit. But then again, a lot of people would say 12 episodes seems like a waste of money. But hell, they do that with a lot of animes nowadays anyways. I'm like, fuck, fine, throw one into this one. Whatever. That one really didn't mind fuck me because that one was just funny because I see, since the name of it's like Usagi-chan de Cue, if you don't put the de Cue and you just put Usagi-chan, Usagi, if anyone knows, is bunny in Japanese. So when I used to look that one, I didn't look that one up for fan service, ironically. I just looked that up because I like rabbits. Like no ball. That one, I'm sorry, that was stupid. I remember it was because I thought she was cute and it was in bunny ears. You know the funny thing, I don't really like those bunny outfits they always put the anime girls in. I'm a sucker for like girls who are actually like bunny girls. I don't know what it is. It just fucks me up. It's probably the same logic I have with my affinity towards Felicia. I don't necessarily love cats, but I don't know what it is. I'm weak like that. Fuck it. I don't care. That one wasn't really for fan service, ironically. That one was just because I thought she looked cute, and I was like, I want to see what anime she comes from. Even though it took me forever to find it back then. Just to type in Usagi anime, and when you think about that now, knowing that Usagi means bunny, I was like, that was really vague. I used to get shit with Bugs Bunny and it didn't know why. It was so stupid. Oh god. But if you've heard of any of these shows, let me know in the comments, and please leave your experiences with the first ecchi you watched, and whether you watched it on some Bushido thirsty shit, or did you watch it on some fucking, you know, just basic entertainment shit. And there's no judging zone. I've already put out this shit, so. But as I said, I've probably watched worse by now. I've watched borderline incest shows that disappointed the fuck out of me. I'm still mad about Latte. It pisses me off. I'm not gonna get into it. Just fuck. But yeah, that was my first ecchi experience, and that was back when I was 13 or 12. Some of y'all might actually go look at that. Go do y'all. I actually saw Mouse on fucking Rice like a few months ago. I just never. I didn't think about it then, and then I saw Usagi de Cue, and I was like, oh shit. There was another one, but I didn't actually watch the anime for. I just kind of saw the chick back then too. I think it was like this. She was in a maid outfit. Her name was like Naruko. Actually sounds. It's pretty much that whole Naruko. I think is what her name was. I don't fucking know, but that was just something I want to share with you. Mouse, that nigga got it in. I probably could go buy the DVDs for it. Like back then, I was shy about it because you know, you know what your parents don't, you buy fucking Ecchi. Granted, it's not like I tell my mom about Sakurai. I didn't sit her down and show her Sakurai because I know better. My mom, yeah, I actually would love to see someone do that. Like, they do a YouTube series where they show their parents various animes. Everything from shit like Pokemon to Berserk to fucking Sakurai. I would do that if I didn't think my mom would kill me. It's like, you waste your money on this shit. I'll wait until I move out, then I might do that. Anyways, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This has been the Vlogs of Game for your boy Terrell. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace off.